Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on MLB The Show 19, and in this one we'll be continuing our Moneyball franchise for the Tampa Bay Rays, heading into the postseason in year one. We're going to be taking on the Yankees, so that's going to be a tough game for us to win, I feel like. If we do, we'll continue through the playoffs. If we don't, we'll jump right into the offseason so that this video isn't like 3 minutes. Well, no, for me it'll probably be like 10 minutes still, but it's not a short video. But yeah, let's get right into this one. We're going to have Snell going. We're going up against Madison Bumgarner. Actually, really quickly, let's just take a look at the Yankees roster. Sometimes I like to do this just to get an idea of who, like, specifically who the pitchers are. Why is Severino... Did they really... They need to fix that if guys are on, like, DL or something in real life, or 60-day DL, so, you know, you can add a guy to the 40-man, I think. They have them off the 40-man, but they don't put them back on. It's until the next year. It's kind of frustrating. I'm not a fan of Severino's, but I do, you know, he's a good pitcher. So it kind of comes as you know, it's not very good for the Yankees if they're just not going to put him on the 40-man roster automatically to fix things, because he is good, and in this one, injuries are even off, so it's like, what are you doing? But anyway, we got Bumgarner, Tanaka, Montgomery, Happ, and Sabathia as the 5 starters. Bumgarner is the guy that we need to focus on. In the bullpen, we got Ottavino. They don't have Betances either. Holder, Farquhar. Nice. Sessa, Rex Brothers, and then Aroldis Chapman as their closer. We got Sanchez, Castillo, and Romine in the catching positions. We got Jerko and Morales at first, Torres at second, LeMahieu at third. Urshela's not even on. Is he on the 40? Yeah, he is. Okay. He did play for them. Didn't do too bad. Gregorius at short, Stanton and Gardner in left field, Kiermaier and Hicks in center, and Judge and Maben in right. So, you know, they're the Yankees. You know, they usually do pretty good. And Bumgarner is a very good pitcher in the postseason, so again, we'll see how this one goes for us. Hopeful, but pessimistic. Alright, so we got Snell going for us, and we're going to leave the lineups as they are, and let's get into this. So, Garcia with a 2-out single in the first. Voit walks, but we can't get anything going with that. Let's see if Snell can come and have a shutdown. No, he cannot. Okay, Stanton doubles in 2. We're already down 2-0 in the first. Can he get out of it? He does. Brandon Lowe, Camargo walks. Single for Narvaez. Adames triples in 2. I'm sorry I doubted him for his offensive ability. He just tied the game up against Bumgarner in the second. Very nice at bat there. Meadows, we got to get him in. Yes! Tommy Pham with a 2-run shot put us up 4-2. 4 runs in the second off Bumgarner. We can't get any more, but that is very nice. Hopefully Snell can kind of, it's not looking good right now. Hopefully he can, you know, shut things down here. Oh boy. The good thing is we have a ton of lefties here. Now, who do we bring in? We're going to bring in Gonzalez. Hope this doesn't backfire. Yikes, it backfired. We're just gonna go with the starters because it's a wild card game, right? Oh my God! Can someone please get an out? God, we score 4 in the second to take the lead, and then we allow 4 to score for the Yankees for them to retake the lead. All right, Voit, Diaz, Lowe can't get anything going. You know, getting a little bit worried here. If we do happen to come back against Bumgarner, can we hold the lead? That's mostly what I'm concerned about. Let's bring... Is Gregorius... He's better versus lefties, interestingly. Less power, though. You know what? Should we bring in... No. Let's bring in Trevino. See if we can't get anything going. Nope. Come on, Trevino. I'm pushing him a little bit, but... And he can't hold up. Okay. So not looking good. I don't know. It's probably my fault here. More so than the game just not having it. We'll see. We still got some time. We just drove in another run, 8-5 in the 8th. Fielder's choice, but we got first and third. Another fielder's choice and a strikeout. All right. Top of the 9th, down by 3 against Chapman. Let's see if we can stage a comeback here. We got 2 men on to begin the inning with walks. Meadows pops up. Pham drives in a run. All right, for tying runs are on base. No. Oh, they always throw so many guys out at the plate. Why? I feel like it's an unrealistic amount, and it's so frustrating. Double, 1 run scored. We're down by a run, but by 1. Second guy was thrown out at the plate. 2 outs, though. Oh, God. I don't know what to do here. Does anybody else have better stats versus righties? Robertson?
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
Alright, so that was a quick one. The Rays have been eliminated in the wild card game by the Yankees. Not the prettiest of games for us. Yeah. I definitely got to get back into this. Alright, so let's just fast forward here, sim through this, and see who wins the World Series. The Nationals have defeated the Yankees. Playing as the Rays, I'm happy. Being my normal self, I am not happy. Anyway, moving on to the offseason. Let's see what we got to work with here. Who retired? Nobody. Nobody for us, at least. Okay. Pujols is in the Hall of Fame. And Suzuki. Nice. Alright, exclusive free agents. I think we're going to let Garcia go. Darno, it depends on how much he wants. He wants 2.3. Oh no! See, I am so like... It's been a while since I did this. I'm a little out of it. I completely forgot to do the coaching and the scouts, which I usually do at the beginning of the game. Okay, so we got to do that also. But I don't think I'm going to bring back Darno because he wants too much money. I don't think he's worth that. And then Bonifacio, just as a minor leaguer, I don't think I want to pay him that. I can pick somebody up for like 50K or something just to fill out the minor leagues. Alright, so let's sim forward and then take a look at all the renewable contracts and the arbitration and see what we're going to do there. 40-man roster, only Pruitt, who's 30 and a deep potential. I probably won't really quickly. I just want to look at his stats. He's got good walks per 9, but his hits per 9 are not good. I'm not going to add him. I'm not really worried about him getting taken in Rule 5. I'm just considering, should I just release him or something. Anyway, arbitration. We got Marco Gonzalez here who wants 800K. It's actually less than he made last year, so I am okay with that. I'm actually going to go through this stuff and then we'll kind of go over it once I finish it, just to save some time again. I don't want to, bore everyone by just going into each guy and deciding how much I pay them. So yeah, I will meet you guys once I have that finished up, and like I said, we'll go over it. Alright, so we finished up with all the arbitration, all the renewable contracts. What we're going to do is, I think the budget is going to end up getting over 50 million with everybody signing their deals, and then we'll go in and we'll adjust it at the beginning of spring training, just because it's a lot easier Of course, all the players that are on teams are going to be in contract, so everybody's going to be technically available. Also, it's not also, but it's just easier to do in terms of keeping the budget under 50 if we wait until the beginning of the season to make the trades and everything. So for right now in the off season, the budget may go over 50 million. It probably will, but we'll adjust it before the season begins. Now everybody was offered arbitration. Everybody was renewed contracts. The only guys that we didn't bring back were the guys that were eligible for free agency, which you already saw. There are a few guys that I definitely want to trade, one being Snell, one being Rickard, and one being Chaz Rowe, the reliever. A couple of other guys, if we can get them out of here through trades, just kind of like minor leaguers who are getting paid $500K that are never going to be in the majors, just to shed some of that payroll. And yeah, we did go into free agency and offer some contracts to a few guys. A lot of young players that are unsigned that are pretty far away from the majors but have high potentials, or higher potentials, guys that I just looked like players that I liked, so that more than likely they're just going to be players that we could use in trades. So Robert Poisson here, A potential, he's only a 55 but he is 19. Greg Atkinson's a B potential, he's only 19 but he is only a 57. Yeah, I liked his hits and walks per 9 for his age and overall. That's why I picked him up. Poisson is an A potential. Palma is an A potential. He's only 59, but he is 23. But a lot of times he does end up on the top prospect list. So he probably will come in handy in a trade. Now usually I wouldn't go in and just pick up all these guys with high potential, but I feel like in this I need all the help I can get. And if they're going to be able to have some value in some trades, why not pick them up and help us out? Because a lot of the guys that we're going to be targeting in trades, since they have a low contract and we want them to help out the team, more than likely they're going to have a higher potential. So it's not super likely that we're going to get a guy with a low contract, but that low contract is deserved. So his overall might not be very high. He's not really going to help the team out too much. But we're not going to be able to go out and get these high potential, high overall guys that have big contracts. So we need to find that middle ground. A lot of times I feel like it's going to come down to the guys that we can give back. So we need some trade value in the system. And I don't want to just empty it all in 1 year. So I think these guys are really going to help out if we can sign them. And then Will Lottridge, who's a left fielder, B potential. He's only a 60 overall, but he's only 21. Again, actually, he's a really good fielder. But again, these guys are just guys that can help us out in trades more than likely. And then we offered a deal to Ivan Nova, $2.3 million for 1 year. Usually he does really well. I know in past games he's definitely consistently, for the most part, done really well in franchise. I'm not too sure because I haven't played with him too much in this one. So we'll kind of see, but I saw he had a 3.08 ERA last season, so I said, why not? If anything, we can just trade him and shed that salary if he's not doing well. But if he can pitch like that for us, then it's a big addition for our team. So we're just going to sim through the offseason here, at least I don't think we're going to be picking up anybody in the Rule 5, but if we do, I'll update you guys. And we'll pick it up at the end of the offseason. Beginning of spring training, actually, and again, like I said, we'll start looking into some trades. And yeah, I definitely got to get some better scouts and coaches in here, make sure the players are happy and we're able to scout as good as possible. Alright guys, so really quickly, just to go over the scouts, we already got all A's in the coaching staff. I should show you. Pretty good. So players should be happy if they have any concerns about the coaching staff. Now for the scouts, really just go for the highest asking price. I don't think it has anything to do with, maybe it does actually, I'm not really sure. Let me see what the budget is. 60 million. Okay. So 60 million, and for the scouts, we have like 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 5 to 5, 6 to $6.5 million right now for the scouts. I just want to see if it goes up from 60 million is really all I need to pay attention to, actually. Okay, so for the West, we want one of each: International, East, Central, and West. So here we got a West, Central right here, East 1.8, yeah, that's better, and International 0.3. Okay, so that's good for the scouts. Let's see if that, I don't think it does, but yeah, it doesn't. Okay, so that's very helpful. That would make it a lot harder. Yeah, so really quickly here, just to go over the salaries. Our highest paid guy aside from Snell is Pham. I feel like we can hold on to him if we're moving Snell and then a couple of like minor leaguers who are making 500K and they don't need to be. I think we can hold on to Pham. So the goal here is really just to trade Snell, have him be the only player that's going to play a part on the major league, that could play a part on the major league roster, that we do trade, and then, like I said, go into the minors and see who is making too much money for just being in the minor leagues, and find trades for them just to get the salary down. Because for Snell, it's going to take us down to pretty much 51 million. I mean 51 million, and then we'll only have to shed like 2 or 3 guys in the minors who, if they're making 500K, so it shouldn't be much of an issue right now. So like for instance, that Ivan Nova deal really didn't add much to the salary, but Snell's contract is still a bit too much. Like if Snell was making 4 million and it was, it'd still be one of the highest ones, but, then we wouldn't have signed Nova. We'd just trade a couple guys in the minor leagues and we'd keep Snell, but it's only going to go up from here, and it is kind of high right now, especially for this type of franchise, so we are going to be looking to trade him. I don't know, I think, yeah, I'll probably just do this off screen again, come back when I figure out a trade, and let you guys know what's going on, and then we can move into the spring training, get the lineups and pitching rotation all set, and that'll probably be it for this video. But I'll meet you guys once I find another trade. Alright guys, so we did make 2 trades, one with the Mets, one with the Reds. So the first trade we made with the Mets was for Jeff McNeil. We traded away Joey Rickard, Robert Poisson, and Ian Gardeck. So like I said, Robert, because I can't pronounce his last name very well, I don't think. His main purpose really when we picked him up, like some of the other guys like Palma in the offseason, those low overall, high rated prospects, his main purpose was to be used in a trade, and it was used here, is what I'm trying to say. He came in handy here with that high value. So we acquired Jeff McNeil. He's a really good hitter. Friendly contract. It is year to year, but right now it's only at $1 million. He still has another year, I think, of renewability after this. And then the trade with the Reds, we acquired a true center fielder in Nick Senzel. We also acquired Martin Morse, that's right, and Andrew, again, can't really pronounce it, Knizer, from the Reds for Blake Snell. So yes, Blake Snell is no longer a Ray, but I think we got back a nice package for him. So it does, with those 2 acquisitions, it does mean the roster is a little on the crowded side, but what I'm thinking is Dwight Smith Jr. starts in the minors. Austin Meadows, Pham, and Senzel, them and McNeil are going to be in the outfield / DH, so one of them could be a DH. I think that's how where I'm going to go with this, I think. Things can change. But we got Adames on the infield. We also have Camargo and Diaz. We have Lowe, Wendell, and Robertson, and Voit. Choi will most likely start in the minors. So the problem here is that it's very crowded. Not that guys need to start in the minors who are capable of playing and helping out in the majors. It's just a matter of who gets the starting positions, who platoons, who sits on the bench. But overall, I think we have a pretty good offense here, and defense. But we got Narvaez at catcher, of course, and Knizer is the backup over Perez. In the bullpen, I'm pretty happy with it because we have a full bullpen of arms that are 80 or higher in their overall rating. So we have Alvarado here, Castillo, Trevino, Minter, Santana, who we did pick up in the Rule 5 draft. I forgot to mention that before. We got Erlin, and we have Stanek. And then we have a bunch of guys who are in the mid to high 70s that are ready to come up if need be, if someone's not performing and we need some help. Rowe, Drake, Kolarek, Pagan, Jackson. Now, I know I said I was going to trade some guys like Rowe and then some other minor leaguers who, oh my god, wait a minute. No, it's at 50. Okay. I forgot to check it because I had in my mind it would definitely be at 50, but just to make sure, okay, we're good. What I was saying was, I know I said I was going to trade some of those guys with high salaries in the minor leagues, but for right now, there's no need to. I'm not just going to make a trade to make a trade. So, if we need to make to lower the salary a little bit, we know we can do that further along in the season, or next off season, or in the future, whatever. So right now, everything is good on the trade front. And then also for the starters, we have Montas, Herman, Chirinos, Glasnow, and Gonzalez, all 84 or higher in their overalls. Then we have Yarbrough, who's on the 40-man, who pitched really well for us last year. Yeah, 2.7 in almost 50 innings in long relief. We got Blackburn, who's I think is pretty capable of doing well in the majors with the walks per 9 attribute that he has. And then we have Ivan Nova, who signed to that $2.3 million contract. What I'm going to do is, I don't think he's going to be starting in the majors because we have all of these guys. But if somebody isn't performing, he's going to be the first one up as long as he's performing in the minor leagues. Otherwise, if we don't need him and we need to shed some salary, it might be a good idea to just shed that salary if we're not using him. We'll put him in a trade or something mid-season, or mid-season, because he is only on a 1-year deal, and we'll move him on to another team. But for right now, I'm pretty happy with where we are. I think we may overall be a better team than we were last year. I know this says 5th. I think the last time I checked last year it said 7th, but you can't necessarily go off of this right now because we have all the guys on the 40-man roster up on the Major League squad, I think. Yeah, so it's going to change when we have the 25-man. But I'm pretty happy, like I said, with where we are. What I'm thinking is pretty much what I just said. These 5 are going to be the starting 5, so I am going to send down Nova, Blackburn, and most likely Yarbrough. Keeping Alvarado, I'm going to send down Jackson, Castillo, Trevino, Minter, Santana, Erlin, and Stanek. I'm kind of torn between Yarbrough and Stanek. I might just take a look at their attributes really quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, Beaks. I send him down too. And I don't know. I don't know who would be a better choice. I know Stanek strikes out a ton of guys, but his walks per 9 is pretty low. Home runs is only in the 50s, excuse me. Yarbrough is pretty even across the board. He throws left, he throws right. Erlin's a lefty, Santana's a righty, Minter's a lefty, Trevino's a righty, Castillo's a righty, Alvarado's a lefty. Yeah, we have a lot of lefties, so I might start with Stanek and see how that goes. So Yarbrough will start in the minors, and then we got these 2 guys at catcher. Voit, Choi is going to start in the minors as well. We got McNeil, Lowe, Wendell, Robertson, Camargo, Diaz, and Adames. Pham, Senzel, Meadows, and Smith Jr. is going to start in the minors. So that is our 25-man roster. I don't know. It looks good. To me, it looks good. We'll see how... yeah, we're ranked first because everybody else still has all their minor league players on the team as well. Yeah, we'll see how it is. You know what? We'll see at the beginning of the next video. I think we're good. So what I'm going to do is go over the lineups and the pitching rotation off screen, and we'll pick it up at the beginning of this season in the next video. What I'm thinking is we'll do 3 years of this and just see how it goes. I'm only doing it over multiple videos because I just cannot cut it down short enough into one video. I don't know why, I just have trouble doing that. But again, I think, like I said in the past, I will try to keep these videos a little bit shorter as much as possible. So yeah, thank you guys again for checking this one out. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, we'll pick this one up in the next video, and we'll go over the lineups and pitching rotations there, and get started into the regular season. Hopefully this team does a little bit better. Maybe we can end up winning the division, potentially. I know it's a really tough division, the AL East, or at least not have to go up against the Yankees, or for that matter the Red Sox maybe, or the Astros or something like that in the wild card, because that is a tough game to play if it's one of those teams. But yeah, hopefully we should do good based off of what the team looks like, and yeah, hope you're all doing well, and I will see you guys in the next one.